All right, so now we're going to talk about simplifying other kinds of radicals, so cubed roots, fourth roots. So when we look at these, if we think about a cubed root, what would cancel out the cubed root under it? Like with the square root, if we have a squared, those cancel, and it's just that number under it. So that's why we look for groups of two. With a cubed root, we would need a cubed to cancel out our cubed root. So that means with cubed roots, we want to look for groups of 3. So we're breaking down 24. We're going to look for groups of 3 numbers. So 24, let's say we know that is 2 times 12. Okay, 2 can't break down anymore, but what about 12? Well, 12 is 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3, and that's as far as we can go. So here we have a group of 3 2's. Right? So if we think about that, that would be 2 cubed times the 1 3 we have left. And our 2 cubed would cancel out and leave our 2 on the outside and the 3 on the inside. So depending on what kind of root you are, that's how many numbers you want in your groups. So now let's look at the cubed root of 108. So we just did the square root of 108 in number 4, and now we're going to do the cubed root and see how that compares. So we've already broken down 108. We know it's 9 and 12. 9 is 3 times 3. 12 is 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. So now we do have a group of 3 with our 3's, right? But our 2's, there's only 2 of them. So what that means is we can pull out 1 3, but both the 2's are going to stay under the radical. So we have 3 times the cubed root of 4, right? 2 times 2 is 4. So depending on if it's a square root or a cubed root, even if it's the same number, it'll look different when you simplify it. Okay, let's look at number 7. So this one we have the cubed root of negative 125. Now we can find cubed roots of negative numbers, right? Because negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is equal to negative 1. So that's 3, something times itself 3 things that multiply to a negative. So first let's just pull out the negative 1, and then we'll have 125. So negative 1, anytime you pull out a negative 1, you can just know that that's going to be a negative 1 on the outside, because we know negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is equal to negative 1. Now we're going to break down 125. So 125, well, that's 5 times 25. Okay, and then 5 we can't break down anymore, but 25, that's 5 times 5. So now we have a group of 3 5's. So we're going to pull out that negative 1 and pull out a 5 from our group of 5's, and that would be our answer for number 7. Okay, lastly for number 8, we're going to do the fourth root of 80. So this time, since it's a fourth root, we're looking for groups of 4. So if we break down 80, well, let's say 8 times 10. Okay, 8, we know that could be 4 times 2. And 2 is 2 times 2. Now if we look at 10, that's 2 times 5. And 2 and 5 we can't break down anymore. So do you see how we have a group of 4 2's? So that means we're going to pull a 2 out. And then our 5 is going to stay under the fourth root. And that would be our answer. Okay, so I want you to try these monitoring progress questions A and B, and then I will give you the answers in the next video.